Good morning.
Good morning. Kicking off the third part of this morning's Public Facilities Commission meeting. TT, take it away.
Thank you, Chair Craven. Again, this meeting is being recorded and broadcast live. Colleen, if you could please conduct the roll call of the MOH participants only.
Participants, please unmute your device and confirm your presence when I call your name, beginning roll call with Mayor's Office of Housing. Sheila Dillon, Chief and Director.
Present.
Antonio Lace, Senior Development Officer.
Present.
Tiara Satchville, Housing Development Officer.
Present.
Teresa Strachilla, Program Manager.
Present.
Stephanie Silva, Development Officer.
Present.
Thank you. This concludes roll call.
Thank you, Colleen. With us this morning for the Mayor's Office of Housing, we have Sheila Dillon, Chief and Director of MOH. MOH has 5 votes on the agenda for today. Before we begin, I would like to note for the record that Commissioner Wright has provided a signed disclosure notice for votes 3 and 5. Therefore, will not be participating in votes 3 and 5. Due to the need to obtain a quorum, we will proceed with votes 3 and 5 first. I will read for the record, starting with vote 3, being presented by Tiara Satchville. This is a request for conveyance to Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center Incorporated for land with a building thereon on 8 Old Road and 14 Ellington Street in Dorchester. The purchase price is $648,000. Tiara, if you please present vote number 3.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting PFC approval for a conveyance to the Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center for 2 parcels of vacant land located at 14 Ellington Street and 8 Old Road in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston, and is outlined in the vote package. PFC voted to approve the 12-month tentative developer designation of Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center on March 14, 2018, and approved 5 extensions following the initial tentative developer designation, including March 13, 2019 for 12 months, March 11, 2020 for 24 months, April 15, 2022 for 12 months, March 15, 2023 for 12 months, and February 28, 2024 for 12 months. As background, MOH conducted a public process regarding the disposition of these parcels, including a community notification letter, a community meeting held in July 2016, advertised pursuant to Chapter 30B requirements and advertisements. 2 proposals were received. Each developer presented their plan at an MOH-sponsored community meeting. And based on community feedback and MOH review of all eligible applications, Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center was put forward as the tenant developer of this site at the Public Facilities Commission on March 14, 2018. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and the PFC vote request. Since the last TD extension, Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center has accomplished the following. They advanced designs in collaboration with the Mayor's Office of Housing and the City of Boston Planning Department. They submitted to the Department of Public Health for review of the plans. The team has been in ongoing conversations with numerous potential financial partners and organizations interested in providing new market tax credits allocations for the project. And Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center secured a $5 million earmark in the recently passed economic bond bill. Including the earmark and ongoing fundraising, Harbor Street has successfully secured $17 million in outside project funding for the project to date. If PFC approves the vote request, Harbor Street Neighborhood Health Center will accomplish the following tasks. They'll finalize funding commitments, receive necessary permits and or approvals from city agencies, close on the sale of the city-owned parcel, and begin construction of the project slated to begin in fall 2025. The project will create a new state-of-the-art 40,000 square feet standalone ADA compliant health centers to serve the Dorchester and Boston community. And it also will remove city-owned parcels from the city inventory for public use. Thank you, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you so much. Any questions?
Good project, no questions. Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Vote number 3 is hereby approved. Vote number 5 is being presented by Stephanie Silva, Development Officer with the Neighborhood Housing Development Division of MOH. This is a request for amendment to the tentative developer designation vote of February 22nd, 2023 to extend the tentative designation intent to sell period from 24 months to 36 months to Norfolk Design and Construction LLC. This is for vacant land of various parcels on Mildred Avenue in Mattapan. Stephanie, if you please present vote number 5.
Thank you, and good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting PFC approval of an extension of the tentative developer designation of Norfolk Design and Construction, referred to hereafter as Norfolk, for the parcels identified in the vote package in the Mattapan neighborhood of Boston. As background, the PFC voted to approve a 24-month tentative developer designation of Norfolk on February 22nd, 2023. Please see the enclosed project memo submitted with the commission vote request for the full process development and designated background. This project will create 6 total homeownership residential units comprising 3 2-bedroom units and 3 3-bedroom units, and will be affordable to households with incomes up to 80% and 100% of area median income. The project will also create a community garden of approximately 7,000 square feet to be operated by the trustees of reservations. Norfolk has made significant progress in the time since the PFC's tentative designation vote. This includes approval from the Zoning Board of Appeals, completion of design development documents, and award of city funds for both the housing and the community garden. In the spring of 2024, MOH's soil characterization report consultant discovered the presence of a reportable hazard at the site. This discovery required a plan for the remediation of the site prior to construction. MOH has been undertaking the planning and remediation at the site in advance of conveyance. Norfolk, in partnership with the trustees of reservations, has also continued to provide regular community updates, including through their zoning approvals process and through attendance at Greater Mattapan Neighborhood Council meetings. If the PFC votes to approve this extension of the tentative developer designation, Norfolk will advance the designs for this building through to construction drawings and finalize all needed funding and financing commitments for the project. If PFC approves the time extension request, MOH expects to return to the PFC for a conveyance vote request when all funding sources are committed and project designs have been advanced sufficiently for work to begin. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Any questions, Commissioner Molly?
No questions. Motion to approve.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you. Vote number 5 is hereby approved.
Okay, Chair Craven, are you logging off? We'll note this for the record.
Yep, we will.
She's off.
Okay.
Yep. I will note for the record that Chair Craven has logged off of the this Public Facilities Commission meeting, and we will proceed forward with the remaining commissioners. And we'll note for the record that we have a quorum for the remaining votes. We will proceed forward with vote number 1. This is a vote being requested by Antonio Leish, Senior Housing Development Officer with the Neighborhood Housing Development Division of MOH. This is a request for conveyance to Norfolk Kaplan LC. This is vacant land located at 11 Kaplan Street, 262 Norfolk Street, 270 Norfolk Street in Dorchester. Purchase price is recommended at $300. And Tony, if you please present vote number 1.
Good morning, Commissioners. I am here requesting PFC approval for the conveyance of 3 parcels of vacant land located at 11 Capon Street, 262 Norfolk Street, and 270 Norfolk Street in the Dorchester neighborhood to the ownership entity of Norfolk Capon LLC. These parcels were made available through a land disposition request for proposals issued by the Mayor's Office of Housing, emphasizing a preference for income-restricted home ownership. The comprehensive details of this project and the associated PFC vote request are included in the enclosed memo. As background, PFC approved the tentative developer designation to Codman Square Neighborhood Development Corporation on April 17th, 2024 for a 16-month period. Norfolk Capon LLC, the single-purpose entity, will be the ownership entity of the project. These projects were included in the Welcome Home Boston initiative request for proposals, which were publicly advertised pursuant to Chapter 30B requirements, including advertisements in the Boston Herald on October 2nd and October 9th, in the Central Registry on October 4th of 2023, and the City Record on October 9th and the 16th. The RFP itself was issued on October 2nd. Prior to advertising, MOH announced the inclusion of the above parcels in the Welcome Home Boston Phase 2 program at various community meetings in the summer of 2023. After receiving resident support, MOH issued the RFP on October 2nd. Furthermore, MOH staff attended and held a community presentation on February 13th of 2024 and February 15th of 2024 to review and comment on the preferred developer, which was met with positive feedback. Codman Square Neighborhood Development Corp. Presented a strong application supported by an experienced development team. They outlined the most competitive and reasonable development budget and have the capacity to take on the development. In conclusion, the project will provide the following public benefits: the creation of 15 affordable homeownership units in 3 buildings. The affordability index will include 8 moderate income sales of households earning below 80% of the area median income, and 7 medium income sales of households earning below 100% of the area median income. In addition, these new homeownership opportunities will be for first-time home buyers with a preference for Boston residents. If PFC approves the vote request, Norfolk Capen LLC will complete various tasks undertaken to date to include closing on all funding commitments for the project, closing on a sale of the city-owned parcels, and begin construction of the project slated to begin in the second quarter of 2025. With that, I would like to thank you, and I am here to answer any questions you may have.
I have no questions. Commissioner Wright?
No questions, Commissioner.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Vote number 1 is hereby approved. Vote number 2 is being presented by Tiara Satchbell. This is a request for amendment to the tentative developer designation vote of February 28, 2024 to extend the tentative designation intent to sell period from 24 months to 36 months to Volney Capital LLC. This is for 4 vacant land parcels located on Washington Street in Dorchester. Tiara, if you please present vote number 2.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting POC approval for a 12-month extension of the tentative developer designation of Volney Capital for the parcels identified in the vote package located in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston. PFC voted to approve the 12-month tentative developer designation of Volney Capital on March 15, 2023, and approve the 12-month extension of the tentative developer designation on February 28, 2024. Volney proposes the new construction of 48 rental units, including 10 affordable units, ground floor commercial space, and a $250,000 acquisition payment to the city. As background, these parcels were included in the 251 to 255 Washington Street, 259 Washington Street, and unnumbered parcel on Washington Street request for proposals, which was publicly advertised pursuant to Chapter 30B requirements. Prior to advertising, MOH held a community meeting on November 5th, 2020 and July 26, 2022 to review the parcels and development and design criteria for the RFP. After the meeting, MOH continued engagement with the community in a review of the draft RFP. With neighborhood support, the RFP was issued and the due date was June 13, 2022. Volney Capital was the only respondent to the RFP and scored well across RFP evaluation categories. Volney Capital has experience in rental condominium single-family development in the greater Boston area across Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Volney Capital will utilize MOH funding for the project. Additionally, Volney Capital will acquire the properties for $250,000. Volney Capital has provided a development budget that includes all development costs, and they have a commitment to hiring MWBE local subcontractors throughout the lifetime of the project. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and the PFC vote requests. Volney Capital has proposed the development of a 4-story building, which includes 48 rental housing units and ground floor commercial space. The development will have 27 off-street parking spaces that will be used for residential and commercial needs. 3 units will be offered at 30% AMI, 3 units will be offered at 60% AMI, 3 units will be offered at 70% AMI, and 1 unit will be offered at 80% AMI, and the remaining units will be market rate. The unit mix consists of 2 studio units, 26 1-bedroom units, 14 2-bedroom units, and 6 3-bedroom units. Since the last TDA extension, Volney Capital has accomplished the following. They have received BPDA board approval, they have received zoning board of appeals approval, and they continue to progress designs with the input and guidance of the City of Boston Planning Department and the Mayor's Office of Housing Design team. MOH is requesting a 12-month extension of developer designation to allow additional time for Volney Capital to work on the development budget, get funding commitments from financial institutions and secure funding for the project, advance design plans for inspectional service department review and receive any other necessary permits from city approval agencies and close on the sale of the city-owned parcel. We expect to return to PFC in fall 2025 for a conveyance vote. Thank you, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
No questions, Commissioner Wright?
No questions, Commissioner.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vote number 2 is hereby approved. Vote number 4 is being presented by Teresa Stratila. This is a request for conveyance to Boston Food Forest Coalition Incorporated for vacant land located at 116 Norwell Street, an unnumbered parcel on Norwell Street, 89 Radcliffe Street, and an unnumbered parcel on Radcliffe Street in Dorchester. Purchase price is recommended at $400. Teresa, if you please present vote number 4.
Thank you, TT, and good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting PFC approval for the conveyance to Boston Food Forest Coalition, Inc., hereafter referred to as BFFC, for the parcels identified in the vote package in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston. This matter was last before you in November of 2024, when PFC voted to approve the tentative developer designation of BFFC. To refresh the Commission's memory, MOH conducted a public process that led to that vote and this subsequent request. MOH held a community meeting in July 2023 to discuss with community members the preservation of these parcels as open space. Support by the community was strong. A request for proposals was issued on June 24th, 2024, and advertised in the State Central Register, the Boston Herald, and the City Record. One development team applied to the RFP and was determined to meet the eligibility criteria. PFC approved the tentative developer designation of Boston Food Forest Coalition, Inc. on November 20th, 2024, and the designation was advertised in the City Record on January 6th and 13th of 2025. Since their designation, BFFC has finalized the site design and development budget with community input, secured all funds necessary to complete the project, including a $125,000 award of grassroots funding, and secured a permit from the Boston Water and Sewer Commission for the installation of a water connection on the site. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and PFC vote request. The project has strong support from local residents and neighbors, including the site's direct abutters. And in summary, if PFC approves the vote request, it will result in the following public benefits. It will preserve approximately 11,672 square feet of land as protected open space after more than 20 years in MOH's inventory. It will create community gathering space, and it will increase the tree canopy with the addition of new shade trees and preservation of existing mature trees. I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Good project, no questions, Commissioner?
No questions, Commissioner.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Vote number 4 is hereby approved. This concludes the agenda for MOH for today's meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.